No. I don't want it to be over. Please. Does someone got a time machine out there? You guys want to sell it to me so that I can patent it and then sell it for like $1 million? And then also go back to the beginning of the season because baseball's over, guys.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to the final Major League Baseball recap of the 2018 baseball season. First and foremost, I want to say thank you all for the support on the videos since we first started these. I didn't know that these were going to do so well. It was just a one-off thing. I ran out of ideas, so I said, you know what? I'll recap yesterday's baseball news, and it turned into this. We went to the Little League World Series. We went to the World Series. We went to the All-Star Game. It was an amazing year, and I want to say thank you guys for all the love that you show me. But before we get all emotional again and talk about 2019 Major League Baseball, we have to recap the final game. Game number 5 of the Boston Red Sox versus the LA Dodgers. It's going to be a wild ride, and let's see who wins. Now, I know most of you have already seen the game because if you're a baseball fan, you're not going to miss Game 5 of the World Series, but we're going to do a quick little recap, and then we will close out the video by talking about free agency, the best moments of 2018, all the different stuff. So if you guys are looking forward to that, make sure you guys slap a like on this one, subscribe, because we have so much more baseball content coming. Even though baseball is over, baseball content is on the way. But without further ado, let's go ahead and recap yesterday's game. So we had Clayton Kershaw versus David Price. Now, the big thing about these two guys is they are not very good in the postseason. I think David Price before this postseason was 0-9. Clayton Kershaw, he's had some good games and he's had some really bad games. So let's see if he can reverse the curse. We're going to start with the first inning. We go to the top of the first inning. The Red Sox are the away team, so they will be hitting first. And the man that we have to pay attention to is Steve Pearce. Now, if you guys see what's in my hand, I have Steve Pearce's Game 4 used first baseman's glove. If you guys can tell, I think this is Rawlings. No, I think this is an A2000, yeah, an A2000 Steve Pearce game used glove. It's amazing. Most of you guys know him as Steve Pearce, but I like to call him Piss Missile Pearce. He comes up against Clayton Kershaw. This is going to be an epic matchup. Let's see who wins.
As Pearce hits one in the air to left center field. Back at the wall. There will be no zero. Pearce has got another. 2-0 Boston in the first.
I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's kind of hard to find words to think the Red Sox were the best team in baseball, and then they picked up Steve Pearce from the Blue Jays midseason, and I remember he hit a grand slam, and I asked everyone on Twitter, like, when did the Red Sox get Steve Pearce? Because I've always been a massive fan of Steve Pearce. He's had a very long career, 12 seasons, and he hasn't really had too much playing time, but the man can rake, so when I saw him on the Red Sox, I thought instantly, they're going to win the World Series if this guy's in the lineup every single day. What sucks is that this is the first inning. All the Dodgers fans are already on edge because Clayton Kershaw is starting, and then he gives up a 2-run home run to Piss Missile Pearce. Not a good start so far, but we're going to the bottom of the first now. So Steve Pearce is quickly cementing himself as one of the best playoff players that we've ever seen in history, but there's one other man that says, you know what, I've also been pretty good in the playoffs. His name is David Freese, and in the bottom of the first, he shows the world why the Dodgers acquired him at the deadline.
As Freese flies one into right, pretty well hit. Back at the wall, gone! 2-1 as David Freese jumps the first pitch.
So we have a 2-1 ball game in favor of the Red Sox, and nothing really happens going forward, so we have to go all the way to the 6th inning now. So in the 6th inning, is someone really doing construction? I hope it's not loud. Anyway, sorry, I get distracted. So Clayton Kershaw, aside from that 2-run home run, he's actually throwing a really good game. I tweeted that you guys cannot blame Clayton Kershaw for this game because the offense, I feel like every time I was watching the game and a Dodgers stats was shown, like a Dodgers hitter, 154 average, 097 average, 110 at batting average. Like the Dodgers, all of their players kind of sucked. So again, it's a 2-1 ball game. Mookie Betts is up at the dish against Clayton Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw has found his groove, and Mookie Betts, he has not been great this pretty much entire postseason. But let's see if he can change that against the man, the myth, the legend Kershaw in the top of the 6th inning. Roll it.
Strategically, 2-2. High fly ball into left. Back at the wall. It is gone. Betts has made it 3-1.
So at this point, guys, I'm going to be honest, if I was a Dodgers fan, I'd be feeling pretty grim, especially because the Dodgers bats were so bad. So it's a 3-run ball game. We're going to go all the way to the 7th inning. JD Martinez, just like Mookie Betts, has had a bad World Series. Not only is he not hitting the ball, it seems like there's a hole in his bat. He misplayed a ball out in right field. Now, don't get me wrong, I've been a right fielder. The twilight up in the sky, it is very hard to catch a baseball when it's hit up in the air. But between hitting and fielding, not a great series. And JD Martinez against Kershaw, finally, something good happens for him.
To buckle down now. High fly ball into center. Back at the wall. It is gone. Martinez goes deep. 4-1 Boston here in the 7th.
And that pretty much ends Clayton Kershaw's night. He goes 7 innings. He tried his heart out. He gave up 4 runs. And it's just, he had, I think, a 7.38 ERA for the World Series, which is not going to cut it. He's one of the best regular season pitchers that we've ever seen, but in the postseason, I just don't know if the pressure gets to him, if he feels like, you know, his bats are not going to wake up, so he has to throw in a perfect game every single time, and that just becomes too much. But Clayton Kershaw, not like David Price, though.
Struck him out. Like that. 0-2. Back to Price. What a night. It's all David Price in Game 5. And on the strength of 3 Boston Red Sox home runs.
David Price was able to say, you know what, I am not going to be that guy that I was before. I am going to throw 7 innings. He only gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. He was even tearing up after the game because all of his teammates say that he is a great player to have on their team. He's just put a lot of effort and heart into this series, and the fact that he went 7 innings, only gave up that 1 run, it was just a pretty cool moment to see. Joe Kelly comes in after David Price goes 7. Joe Kelly, Nathan Eovaldi, all of these guys that you wouldn't expect to come in huge in this series, they played above and beyond their normal level. So I just want to say props to all you Red Sox fans out there. I know it was a pretty awesome season for you guys. You were the best team in spring training, you were the best team in the regular season, and you were the best team in the postseason. So we talked about Joe Kelly and Nathan Eovaldi and David Price stepping up for the team. We talked a lot about Steve Pearce, and he's not done yet. In the top of the 8th, Piss Muscle Pearce, what does he have in store for us now?
0-1 the count. High fly ball into left, back at the wall. He's got another. How about Steve Pearce, second of the game? Third in the last 2 games. It's 5-1 Boston here in the 8th.
So at this point, we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It is now a 5-1 ball game courtesy of Steve Pearce, JD Martinez, Mookie Betts, all these guys that are just playing at the top of their game, getting hot at the right time. Chris Sale comes in, for relief in the bottom of the 9th against the Dodgers lineup. And Manny, the most hated player in baseball, Machado, he comes in with 2 outs. Oh, this is rough.
Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Red Sox.
Boston Red Sox beat the Los Angeles Dodgers 5-1, and the Red Sox become the first team in the 21st century with 4 world championships.
World champion, Boston Red Sox.
Manny Machado had a very, very controversial World Series and postseason for that matter, so it's going to be interesting seeing where he goes in the free agency market as well as Bryce Harper. So we're going to talk about that in just a second, but I want to say I tip my cap off to all you Red Sox fans out there. I know my hair, I always make these videos after I wake up because that's when I have the most energy, so I always have bedhead. But GG to the Red Sox as well as the Dodgers. You guys had a great season as well. A lot of people said that the Brewers were going to go to the World Series, but you guys were able to pull it out. Yeah, so GG to Red Sox fans out there, GG to Dodgers fans. It was a great 2018 Major League Baseball season, and I'm so excited to bring these next year in 2019 because we didn't start these videos until halfway through the season. So I'm excited to go from day 1 up until day whatever and then finish all these. But yeah, that will conclude the 2018 World Series. What a great year. Thank you guys all so much for watching. And now let's talk about the 2019 season real quick. So the biggest storylines from here on out are going to be free agency, who is going to win the MVP award, all the different stuff. So the first thing I want to talk about is free agency because I think if you talk about the awards, Mookie Betts is going to win AL MVP and all the rest are pretty much set in stone as well. So the free agency market, we have Bryce Harper and Manny Machado leading the pack. You also have Brett Gardner, a few other guys, but the 2 guys that I want to talk about here right now is Bryce Harper and Manny Machado. But we're going to do it real quick because I do want to dedicate an entire video to this story. So the questions of the day that you guys have to answer in the comment section down below. Where do you think Bryce Harper's going? Where do you think Manny Machado's going? You guys say, and once you guys answer both of those questions, that will kind of lead into the next one. Who do you think is going to win the 2019 World Series? I will be taking screenshots. I'm going to save these because you guys will probably forget that you left a comment on this video, but going forward into next year, I want to save all these comments, and one of you out there is going to be right. So if one of you guys is right with the prediction of who's going to win the World Series next year, I'll try and find your comment, and I want to give you like $100 or something like that. It's going to be insane. So leave your comments in the comment section down below. Where's Bryce Harper going? Where's Machado going? And once you guys answer that, who is going to win the 2019 World Series? I have no idea why, but I just have a really good feeling about the Indians and the Cubs. I don't know why. Again, I'm a biased Indians fan. That's why I'm saying the Indians, but I think the Cubs are going to pick up a few good players, and they're going to be scary as well. If they could beat the Brewers are going to be really good, but I think it's going to be Indians and Cubs, and the Indians win in 6 games, but I'm biased. And guys, that is going to wrap it up for the final Major League Baseball recap from Fuzzy in 2018. I want to say thank you guys all so much for the wild ride. It's been crazy. To all of my supporters out there who are always saying first and all of these comments that I've gotten throughout the entire year, I just want to say you guys are a family of mine. I consider you some of my best friends, even though I don't know you personally. Just the fact that you comment on every single video, you like the video, subscribe, all the different stuff, it really means a lot to me. You guys have changed my life for the better, and I just want to say I appreciate you guys. Thank you all so much for everything. I am going to leave it right there before I start getting emotional, because baseball, yes, it's over, but that's the best part about Fuzzy. Baseball is never over on this channel. So guys, hit that sub if you want baseball content. Again, tomorrow I will be coming out with the costume home run derby in celebration of Halloween with my younger brother. It's going to be amazing. So guys, hit those bells. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all so much for everything. Peace out.